Further south, the impact of Ida is still lingering. More than 400,000 homes and businesses are still without power tonight. The State Public Service Commission said today that 98% of people still don't have electricity in the 4 hardest hit parishes. Power, however, has mostly been restored in cities like New Orleans and also Baton Rouge. Some good news there, but the problems don't end there. More than half of the gas stations in 2 major cities are still without fuel. Joining us now, John Long is FEMA's Federal Coordinating Officer to give us an update on the situation down there. He's in Baton Rouge tonight. Sir, appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Marnie. I appreciate you having me here. It's a very difficult situation here. Folks are really hurting with the power off. Many people's homes are destroyed, flooded, but we want people to know that FEMA's here to help. We have been here since before the storm, bringing in urban search and rescue teams, ambulances, food, water, meals, to get ready, working closely with our state partners that we're here to support. And so now we are starting the long and painful recovery process.
John, the power is the real big issue right now. Do you have a best estimate on when you think things will be fully restored to all these areas?
The power companies and the State Public Service Commission tell us that in most areas by the end of the week the power will be back on, but in some of the more remote and hard-hit areas in South Louisiana, the power will probably be off, they're telling us, until around the end of the month.
Okay. We saw many of the levees work this time around. However, there were some levees that fell short. I spoke with a parish president just a few days ago who said a 3 to 6 foot levee in his area was breached by a wall of water, and a major highway ended up surrounded by water, stranding some people in a few communities. Why haven't the levees been built higher after Katrina and in preparation for this storm in areas that we know are prone to these major disasters?
That's a really complex question. So what I will tell you is this. There are federal levee systems, and none of them were overtopped. None of them breached. None of them failed. Like the levee system that was put around the metropolitan New Orleans area after Hurricane Katrina. The state has built levee systems as well, and most of them also did very well. But there are a lot of levees in the state that don't fall under the federal system, and may not have been built by the state. And some of them are what they call back levees that keep water from coming in around behind, if you want to think of it that way. So when you say, why haven't they been built higher? They're all for different purposes, built by different people.
John, before I let you go, what's your advice for people, so many people tonight who are still waiting on assistance for some urgent and basic needs and necessities? What would you tell them?
Well, the first thing people should do if they're insured is to file a claim with their insurance company, and if they need help, register with FEMA. They can do that by on the web at disasterassistance.gov. We have a great FEMA app that most people have used to register, and they can call 800-621-FEMA. That's 800-621-3362. We already have 450,000 families registered, and we've already approved more than $175 million. Those numbers will continue to grow, but I would urge people to register and be persistent. And FEMA's not designed by law to make people whole or to replace insurance. But it will give you a good start to your recovery and helping to make sure that you have a safe and sanitary place to live.
All right, some good advice tonight. Persistence hopefully pays off for so many in need. John Long with FEMA, thank you for your time, and our best as you continue your work.
Thank you very much.